All right, for more than 90 years, she's been turning heads. I'm talking about the iconic animated character, Betty Boop.
Yes, and now, thanks to the magic of Broadway, she's alive. Bringing this beloved character to life is actress, singer, and dancer Jasmine Amy Rogers, who is joining us live this morning. So good to see you.
You as well. Thanks for having me.
Big Broadway, dancing, singing, all of it.
All of it.
It's fantastic. Let's talk about the moment you landed the role as Betty Boop, and because I'm sure quite a few people were interested.
It was a very, very long journey. I was in for, I feel like over the span of a couple months, but I first went in for it and I didn't get it actually, and they were still looking, and I begged my agents. I was like, we have to get back in there, and so finally we did. But I remember when I got the call, I was on my way to like a Barry's boot camp class, which I never do, and I literally had to miss the class because I found out, and I was so excited. I didn't know what to do with myself. I just went shopping. So
Yeah, good for you.
Good for you. Shopping to reward yourself.
Yeah, but it's been a dream.
We both saw it. Oh my God, I loved it. I loved it. I could not stop smiling. It was so high energy and kind of like the musicals of old. You know what I mean? The choreographer, the costumes, and everything. But you just breathtaking and amazing because you had the voice, the attitude, and everything. How did you prep for this?
You know, a lot of it's just going back to the original source material, but I do think what's really special about it and why I do think it was so important for me to get back in the room is that it felt like it was just something that I had to do, and it felt like something that was made for me, and so it just fits like a glove, and just going on every night, I don't feel like I have to like force it. It just kind of comes naturally, which is really exciting.
You know, it's really funny. It was like, I can't wait to meet her because I want to hear what her real voice sounds like.
Oh, right. Well, it's amazing too because it has this 1930s feel, and literally there's, I mean, you're going from the 1930s to modern age of like, I don't want to give too much away, so I don't want to say what, you know, from the transformation of black and white to color. But that happens, and it's amazing to kind of witness and watch. So for you, I guess the transformative moment.
Yeah, when she gets thrown into New York.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things where she's a cartoon, so she's so herself that you can really put her anywhere, and she kind of just stands alone. But it's really been tricky and very rewarding to take that 1930s woman, put her in 2025, and have her kind of just like meld and mesh into our times today. It's a fantastic acting challenge, I'd say. But
yeah, but you have been acting for a long time.
I have.
I mean, you're very young still, but I mean, for a long time for yourself, relatively speaking.
Correct.
But to stand on a Broadway stage, thinking about where you were maybe just a few years ago, how surreal is it for you to be on that stage and on Broadway in the lead? You've got the main role. It's not like you're sitting in chorus. It's
Title
like the
role.
main role.
Thank you. It's everything that we do on that stage is so much work, but I never knew what it was going to feel like, and it is so surreal. And there are moments where I think about it too much, and then I'm so overwhelmed and with joy and good feelings, but I'm so overwhelmed and taken aback by it that I was saying last night, I said, maybe I have to dissociate a little bit more and just like let it happen to me. But there's nothing, I've never experienced anything like it. And it's joyous every day, and it's special every day. And the feedback has been so kind. It just feels amazing.
Yeah, and you get to work with Eric Bergen, Faith Prince, and these are big numbers.
Yeah.
Do you get, I mean, what was the, I guess, you said you're going to Barry's, so I guess to keep up with the pace of it all. Yeah,
right now, honestly, my routine is if I can just sleep as long as I can, and then I go do the show, we're good. But I was just saying yesterday, I have to get back into like the swing of going to the gym and things like that, because
the show's a workout.
Exactly, it is. But it takes so much to just be able to sustain it, so it's a lot,
Yeah, I mean, the choreography was so impressive.
Thank you.
But there's also a lot of kind of, not inside joke, but like New York humor.
Yes, yeah.
Which I love.
It really is, it's a love letter to New York, the show. Because, I mean, she comes to New York and she falls in love with it. And I just think how could you not, you know?
That's the story. Did you know much about Betty Boop beforehand?
I did a little bit.
Yeah.
I've seen her. Obviously, she's everywhere.
Yeah.
And my grandmother knew her, and my mother knew her, and I had a doll actually of her growing up that I like begged my family to buy me when we went to Universal Studios in Florida. And so she's always been in my life.
Yeah.
But this is definitely her big moment and my big moment with her. So,
Right.
yeah.
Have Betty Boop fans been showing up?
They have.
They have.
They really have, and they love it so much. And it's so cool. I mean, one woman had me sign her phone. Her actual phone.
Not the playbill. Okay.
Not the playbill. Well, I did that as well.
Yeah.
But she wanted me to sign her phone because she grew up with Betty Boop and it was like so much to her that she just wanted to have it. So they've been so special. It's just really, really amazing.
Yeah. All right, we're going to play a game. It's called WWBBD. What would Betty Boop do? Okay. I have to think about that for a second. Tell us what she might say or do in the following situations. You ready?
Yeah.
Betty has to get a first New York City apartment. Where might she live?
Harlem, 100%. Harlem.
Okay.
Part of our show takes place in Harlem.
That's right.
And just like the culture, the jazz, all of it, it's the heart of it is all right there.
Yeah.
Okay, Betty gets challenged to a TikTok dance trend. What's her reaction?
Oh my goodness, she's probably like, oh, well, show it to me. And she's ready, she's ready.
See, there she
goes
she's
for it, yeah.
I was going to ask you to do the voice. Okay, she's going to do a duet with Beyonce. What are they singing?
Oh, well, they have to sing Run the World. Yes, like truly they have to. Who Runs the World Girls, because that's literally like everything she stands for, everything she loves, truly.
How'd you figure out the voice?
You know what's funny? I kind of hid it from myself for a while. Like I didn't do it. I didn't practice it at home. I was just like, it's gonna be whatever comes out of my mouth. And so I went into the room, and then that happened. And then once we got into the rehearsal space, I just was like trying things, and no one was really saying anything about it. And I eventually went up to Jerry Mitchell, our director, and I was like, "Is it good?" And he was like, "Oh, it's so good." And I was like, "Thank God."
And it is so good.
Yeah.
And you are so good. And we're
Thank
so
you.
glad that you came to visit us today.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And best of luck with the show.
Thank you.
You can now see her in Boop the Musical at the Broadhurst Theatre on Broadway. Make sure you check it out. Happy opening night tomorrow.
Thank you so much.